Hey, what's up you guys? So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the number one reason why most people are broke. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright you guys, so look, different people are going to have different versions or understandings of what being broke means. To one person, to have only $1 million means they're broke. To someone else, to have $100,000 means they're broke. To someone else, to have 20 bucks means they're broke. And to someone else, no, broke means I literally have no money. So obviously there's like different, variations or different understandings of what broke is from one person to another. So to put this video in context, I'm gonna go ahead and say broke is being after you've paid the things that you need to pay in your life, or maybe even just a little bit after that, like maybe you paid all like your mandatory living expenses, like where you live, your car payment, your house payment, your rent, whatever it is, like groceries, like gas for your car, all those different things, like all the things that you are going to pay each and every single month. After you have paid those, and maybe you've done like a thing or two after that, or bought yourself something, you find yourself basically broke with no money. Like that's it, you got $0 left. So that's the way we're gonna consider and refer to being broke in this video. So why do most people find themselves in this situation of being broke each and every single month or each and every single pay period? Well, it doesn't obviously come down to the fact that they're not making money, because they have some money, they're obviously spending it, so it's not about that, hey, I'm not making money. And it's also not that they're not making enough money, because like I just said, there's people that have a lot of money and they still, they're very high income earners and they find themselves broke. And there's people that are significantly lower income earners and they still find themselves broke. So there's obviously something well beyond the fact of like how much you are earning that like determines whether or not you find yourself in the position of being broke. So that's exactly the point of this video, is to find out exactly what is that thing that is causing people to find themselves in this situation where they become broke. Because I don't want that for you guys. I don't want you to be broke. I know what that feels like, and like I said, it's not a good feeling. So that's why we need to go ahead and get to the bottom of this, because being broke sucks. So alright, so what does it come down to? So the number one reason why most people are broke, it simply comes down to the fact that based on the amount of income that you're earning, you are basically living completely like to the max of that amount of income that you're earning, or even in some cases beyond, and that's like a terrible situation to be in. We don't even want to go into that. But for most people, whatever the dollar amount of income that they're earning, they're spending absolutely, completely, 100% of that dollar amount each and every single pay period and each and every single month on paying for all the things that they need to. So essentially, like if they're, for like a reference or an example would be like, let's say a couple or a family makes $5,000 a month. Well, after they've paid all the things that they must pay, like whatever, like we talked about earlier in the video, rent, house payment, car insurance, cell phone bills, all these things, right? So you pay all your monthly expenses, and when you're all said and done, you're basically maxed out right at that dollar amount, so you're earning $5,000 a month as a couple, take home pay, and then you are spending $5,000 a month. So essentially, after you've paid for everything, you are broke. You have no more money left. And this is true of people that are lower income earners, and it's true of people that are higher income earners. So it's not about so much how much or how little you earn. What it comes down to is like, you, in order to not be broke, like in order to put yourself in a situation where you will never be broke, you simply must do this one thing. And what is this one thing? You have to live on a lower dollar amount of your income than the amount that you were earning. So like in the example that we just talked about, if a family or a couple is making $5,000 take home pay, well then in order for them to not be broke, they must live on some dollar amount that is lower than that 5,000. Maybe like a really good, example would be, all right, instead of living on 5,000, maybe they're living on, 4,500. So that frees up $500 a month for them each and every single month. And then obviously what they use that $500 a month on is totally up to them. Maybe they continue to save it up, then they want to use it on vacations, or they might say, hey, we're going to invest that $500 a month so we can start building wealth. That would be a really good idea. So then that way, ultimately you could reach financial freedom and not have to work forever. But nevertheless, the number one reason why most people are broke, it basically comes down to not because they're not earning enough or not because they're earning too little. It simply comes down to their expenses versus their income are like maxed out, like they're equal to each other. And in order to break that cycle of being broke, you have to live below the dollar amount that you're earning. So your mandatory monthly living expenses must be less than the amount of income that you earn and you bring home each and every single month. And that is the number one reason why most people are broke. So if you are broke, you must find a way to create a gap between the amount of income that you're earning and the amount of income that you are spending each and every single month. So that way you could create a gap, and that gap in between your income and your expenses is going to be your opportunity for you to now stop being broke and start using that money to help you get ahead financially and just overall improve your financial life. And that means you will no longer be broke because now you have extra income or more of your income available to you. So hey, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you're not already subscribed to this channel, find the red subscribe button on the bottom right side of your screen. Give that red subscribe button a quick tap for me. And with that being said, if you'd like to watch another video from me, click this video here on the screen and YouTube is going to show you the very best video for you from my channel.